What's up, speed demons, petrolheads, and explorers of digital worlds? GP Ranger 1 here, and today, we're not just scratching the surface, we are taking a scalpel to one of the most ambitious and acclaimed racing games of recent years, Forza Horizon 5. Released to critical acclaim, showered with awards, and adored by millions, FH5 promised an unparalleled open-world automotive adventure in the vibrant landscape of Mexico. But after countless hours of tearing through jungles, conquering the volcano, customizing hundreds of cars, and admittedly, having a few too many conversations with the relentlessly upbeat festival staff, it's time for a truly unfiltered and exhaustive deep dive into its undeniable brilliance and its more subtle, sometimes frustrating, shortcomings. Is it the crowning achievement of the open-world racing genre, or does that dazzling Mexican sun occasionally blind us to some deeper flaws? Let's strap in and find out. Let's kick things off with where Forza Horizon 5 absolutely, unequivocally shines. And there are so many areas to praise. First up, the visuals and world design, a technical masterpiece. Honestly, if you're looking for a game to show off your new console or high-end PC, this is it. The graphical fidelity is simply breathtaking. Every car model is meticulously detailed, from the intricate headlights to the subtle reflections on the paintwork. And the world itself? Mexico is a genius choice. It's not just pretty, it's incredibly diverse. We're talking dense, mist-shrouded jungles that feel truly wild, towering volcanoes that you can actually drive up and around, vast arid deserts with towering sand dunes, and vibrant, bustling cities like Guanajuato with its labyrinthine tunnels and colorful streets. This diversity ensures that exploration never feels stale, there's always a new vista or challenging terrain just around the corner. And adding to that visual splendor is the dynamic weather and sky system. While it might not have the distinct seasonal shifts of Forza Horizon 4, Forza Horizon 5's weather effects are still spectacular. Driving through a torrential tropical storm, with rain lashing down and lightning illuminating the sky, genuinely impacts visibility and road grip. Or consider a massive dust storm rolling across the desert, it's not just a visual flourish, it's a legitimate gameplay element that forces you to adapt your driving. It's these kinds of environmental details that push the immersion to another level. Moving on, the massive and diverse car roster and deep customization is arguably unmatched in the genre. We're talking hundreds upon hundreds of meticulously recreated vehicles, spanning decades of automotive history and every conceivable class. From vintage beauties and rugged off-roaders to cutting-edge hypercars and purpose-built track monsters, if it has wheels, it's probably in Forza Horizon 5. But it's not just quantity, the quality of customization is phenomenal. You can spend hours in the garage, upgrading engines, swapping drivetrains, fine-tuning suspension, and then lose even more time designing elaborate liveries or downloading incredible community creations. This level of personalization keeps the game fresh and allows for endless experimentation. And speaking of endless, the engaging content and activities are a huge draw. The main Horizon Adventure campaign provides a structured, rewarding path through the festival, culminating in those truly spectacular showcase events, racing a train, jets, or even a monster truck against a plane. They are unforgettable cinematic moments. But the real long-term value comes from the sheer breadth of activities, PR stunts, speed zones, drift zones, story missions, and of course, the event lab. This incredible creation suite allows players to design their own races, challenges, and even entire game modes with an astonishing level of detail. It means the content is literally limitless, driven by a passionate community. And for online play, the seamless integration into Horizon Arcade events, traditional races, and the surprisingly addictive Eliminator Battle Royale mode ensures there's always something dynamic happening with other players. Crossplay between Xbox and PC just makes that online world even more populated. Finally, and this often gets overlooked but significantly enhances the experience, is the exceptional sound design. Every single car has a distinct, powerful, and authentic engine note. The roar of a classic muscle car is raw and visceral, while the high-pitched scream of a hypercar is exhilarating. Beyond the engines, the environmental audio is fantastic: the crunch of gravel under tires, the splash of water, the subtle whine of a turbo, the distinct sounds of different surfaces. And for those on Xbox or PS5, the haptic feedback through the impulse triggers, Xbox, and adaptive triggers, PS5, adds another layer of immersion, letting you feel the wheel spin or the braking point. It's a symphony of speed. The cracks in the Mexican sun, where the festival falls short. Okay, so we've bathed in the warm glow of Forza Horizon 5's strengths. Now, let's pull back the curtain and talk about where the festival occasionally loses its luster. Because no game, no matter how beloved, is without its flaws. My primary concern, especially for players who sink hundreds of hours in, is the repetitive core gameplay loop, post-campaign, and the grind fatigue. While the initial campaign and unlocking festival sites are fantastic, once you've done that, the endgame can start to feel like a hamster wheel. The weekly festival playlist, while offering new cars and challenges, often boils down to performing variations of the same tasks week after week. Drive X car, hit Y speed, win Z race. It can become a chore, breaking the flow of organic enjoyment. And adding to that, the game is incredibly generous with credits and cars early on, especially through wheel spins. While this is great for getting players into cool cars quickly, it significantly diminishes the sense of achievement for acquiring high-end vehicles in the late game. When you have dozens of supercars you barely drive, the incentive to grind for the next one just isn't there, leading to a feeling of less meaningful progression. Secondly, and this is a persistent thorn in the side for many players, are the online instability and connectivity issues. For a game that positions itself as a seamless online experience, the reality can often be frustrating. Players frequently report slow loading times in the auction house, difficulties joining or staying in convoys with friends, and random disconnections from the Horizon Life session. While it has improved since launch, the servers can still feel inconsistent. And speaking of online, despite the massive player base, the open world often feels surprisingly empty. Unlike previous titles where you'd constantly see other players driving around, Forza Horizon 5 servers often feel sparse, which diminishes that shared festival atmosphere. And as with any competitive online game, the presence of cheaters, particularly on leaderboards for PR stunts or seasonal challenges, can be incredibly demoralizing for legitimate players striving for those top spots. Next up is a softer critique, but one that gets under many players' skin: the lack of narrative depth and the cringe-worthy characters. Look, we know Forza Horizon isn't trying to be a deep narrative RPG, but the dialogue from the Horizon Festival crew can be truly grating. Every line is delivered with maximum, almost artificial, enthusiasm. It's relentlessly positive, repetitive, and frankly, often lacks genuine humor or wit. You're a superstar. Look at this legend. Go, go, go. It just feels like a constant stream of generic hype, and it breaks immersion for many. The Horizon stories offer some unique scenarios, but they are often shallow and forgettable, serving mainly as an excuse to drive a few specific cars rather than telling compelling tales. Then there's the map design and environmental impact, a step back for some. While Forza Horizon 5's Mexico is visually stunning and diverse, some veterans of the series argue that it lacks the sheer impact of previous maps. Specifically, the dynamic weather, while impressive, doesn't quite replace the dramatic, game-changing shifts of Forza Horizon 4's truly distinct seasons. The expansive frozen lake in Forza Horizon 4's winter, for example, completely altered the driving dynamics and opened up new areas. Forza Horizon 5's dust storms and rain are fantastic, but they're more localized and less transformative for the entire map. Subjectively, some players also find that while diverse, parts of the Mexico map feel less handcrafted or less iconic than locations in Australia, Forza Horizon 3, or Great Britain, Forza Horizon 4, for casual cruising and finding those truly memorable spots. Finally, we cannot ignore the technical issues, particularly for the PC launch. While Playground Games has put in a lot of work post-launch, the initial release was a bit of a mess for many. Players reported constant crashes, frustrating graphical glitches, stuttering performance even on high-end rigs, and bizarre controller mapping issues. And the absolute worst, a nightmare for any gamer, was the highly publicized save data corruption and rollbacks. Losing hours, even days, of progress due to a technical fault is utterly unacceptable. While many of these issues have been addressed, the memory of them lingers, and some smaller bugs still persist. It felt like the game needed a bit more time in the oven. Conclusion and final verdict: still a champion? So, after this extensive breakdown, what's the ultimate verdict on Forza Horizon 5? My analysis concludes that it is, without a doubt, a colossal achievement in open-world racing. Its visual fidelity is practically unmatched, the driving feel is sublime and incredibly versatile, and the sheer volume of content, especially with Event Lab, ensures that you'll have something to do for hundreds of hours. The pure, unadulterated joy of driving in this game is its core strength, and it's a feeling few other titles can replicate. However, it's crucial to acknowledge its imperfections. The endgame can feel like a grind, the online experience can be inconsistent, the narrative and dialogue are often forgettable, and its technical launch was undeniably rocky. These aren't minor quibbles for everyone. For some, they can significantly impact the long-term enjoyment. But when all is said and done, the sheer brilliance of Forza Horizon 5's core gameplay and its breathtaking presentation ultimately overshadow its shortcomings. It truly sets a new standard for open-world racing games, proving that even with a few bumps in the road, it remains a champion of the genre. It's a game that every racing enthusiast, and really, anyone who appreciates a stunning open world, should experience. What are your most prominent pros and cons for Forza Horizon 5? Do you agree with my analysis, or did I miss something crucial? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown and want to see more in-depth gaming analyses, please hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel for more content, and absolutely ring that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next race across Mexico.